Hey guys, we're here today talking about New World and looking over a few helpful settings that you may want to change come launch day. When you click your middle mouse key in New World, it will place a ping in the game world, and when you hold the middle mouse, it will let you pull up a wheel and select what you want to say to your group members, like alerting them that there's danger nearby or where to attack. So if you are someone who likes to have a lot of control over group commands, the first thing you'll want to check out is in the key bindings, all the way down at the bottom in the center under ping. This is where it's set to allow middle mouse button to handle this, but you can individually set each different ping to a separate hotkey if you want to have complete control over it. Another important setting for a lot of players will be in the gameplay tab, third from the top, which is enable camera shake. This is automatically set to on, and you may want to shut it off if you do not like having your screen shake periodically. The gameplay tab has a lot of UI features in it, such as contextual fading, which you may or may not like, the choice to always show both of your weapon slots as opposed to only one of them, or things like floating damage numbers. A couple other important ones in here are accept dual invites. If you are not interested in that, you can shut it off in this menu here. And auto traverse is another one that I recommend you take a look at, which will automatically vault over or climb obstacles when you are moving at normal speeds, which I personally have off, that way I don't jump off of a ledge or a staircase while I'm in combat. Another unique one is show extra ability cooldowns. When you activate an ability in New World, you can see on the bottom right of the screen, the cooldown goes on to effect near your weapon icon. But the show extra ability cooldowns being on will also place a cooldown right under your character in the center of the screen. This may make it a bit easier to track what cooldowns are on or off. However, it's important to keep in mind that they only track the current weapon you're on. When you switch weapons, they will fade away. The visual tab of the game is your typical graphics tab in every other game, controlling things like brightness, contrast, and the video quality. The field of view is also controlled in this tab, slightly changing how the camera sits for your character. It is naturally set to 50, but you may want to toy with this and see which style you like. The two most important things are at the bottom of the visual tab, being max frames per second. If you are having issues with your computer overheating, or trying to process just too much, you can set a cap on it. And then just below that is player nameplate amount. New World displays player nameplates when you have your cursor near them, and you can have it go all the way up to 100 different nameplates. The minimum you can have is 2, making it to where whatever you are looking at will be what your target currently is and display their health and name. They do note that high amounts of nameplates can severely affect your frame rate, so this is an important one to take a look at and drop it to the lowest amount you're comfortable with to improve your performance. Now we're moving on to the Communications tab, which will control things like your voice chat mode, your microphone settings, and your chat box. There are minor things you can change in here, like showing timestamps on your chat, but a couple important ones for some people will be changing the chat message fade delay. It starts at 130 seconds, but you can lower it down all the way to 0, fading your chat box away quicker, which will in effect make it a shorter chat box if you find yourself not liking how tall it gets. If for whatever reason you are not interested in having a chat box at all, you can also drop its opacity all the way to 0, and it will make it invisible and not show you anybody's chat unless you click escape and pull up the menu. Another cool feature is to enable chat alerts. I believe this is enabled from the get-go, but you can check it in this Communications tab. And when you click escape and see your big chat box on the left, you can go to the all the way left side and it will show your different tabs of chat. Clicking this cog icon here will allow you to change what things display and when. If you're getting tired of seeing things like guild recruitment, you can move that to the muted tab and not display it anymore at all. If you have the alerts we just checked out enabled, you can also make certain things like your faction or your company on alert, and those messages will display no matter what window you're in, since some windows, like your character sheet, will not display chat messages at all. You can also click the cog all the way down on the bottom right of the chat box and quickly access a couple of the things like text size, the fade delay, and the opacity without having to go into the complete menu. New World also offers some accessibility settings like filters for color blindness, and they also have text size for nameplates and interactable hints, allowing you to select out of regular or bigger. The accessibility sections also give you a text-to-speech option, controlling the volume and the rate of those, and a speech-to-text option for voice chat. Well, there you guys go. There are just a few of the things that I deem important in terms of settings in New World. You may be different than me, but I, for one, like to change settings as soon as I get into a game, since the settings greatly affect the enjoyment I have in a game. I like to have a lot of control over how things display on my screen, or how my UI is set up. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.